Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we take a peek at their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native and former Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota.
And he's definitely a defensive coordinator and a defense's nightmare because his 4.5 speed allows him to break out of a pocket and hurt a team with his legs running downfield. But he really keeps his eyes downfield and wants to throw the football first. Puts the defense in a heck of a spot. Do you go after him or do you fall back? Either way, he wins.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Sets up the screen to Lewis.
Missed.
This will not go down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent game,
Still
but all
first
for
down.
naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 and what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he is met quickly in the back. field. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Mariota. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at the 20. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15.
Black 58, Ram! Here we go! Green 90! Green 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. Now here's Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 49 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January, but there's 20 other teams who wouldn't mind being on that road.
You're exactly right about that. But your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset now. How do you break it down so that you're not looking at this whole big road and say to yourself, we've got no shot? You break it down to this game right now, win that one, then worry about the rest.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Justin Houston in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100, and what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. This is Lewis. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Mariota now. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now they'll run with Lewis. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So now here. The Chiefs, as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number one that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
He's got a man, complete. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 91 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And
he's got daylight. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mariota on first down. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tajay Sharp, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown in this.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A second down throw here for Mariota. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. And he's able to get most of what he needed On the carry there, 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's got it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Brett Kern now. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On 1st down, Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team. As they head into the half, good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And they have made this look easy. Now, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upset.
And got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message. To the top seeds, overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
To throw Mariota. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mariota again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Mariota, and he locates Walker, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here's Mariota to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds. All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Mariota. That's complete right around the 8. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Now, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Ace, ace. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes going for the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Now Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught at the 25. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after them now.
The Titans on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Can't officially call this a win for them yet, but it's looking good to move on to the divisional round. They'll be on the road, of course, as an underdog. But the age-old question, would you rather have the momentum they're going to have or sitting at home with a bye? I'm sure you'd probably... This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. Now a play fake here on first down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Mahomes to throw on second down. This is caught. Watkins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there, saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a second down throw for Mariota. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Mariota. Going underneath for Lewis. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Throw left side, take it in by Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 47 yards. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Mariota to throw it, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Mahomes now to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Mariota. Room here to run. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Time for a break. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily,
well, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Mahomes going to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Right there.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA.
Valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. I'm too on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift. I'm a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line.